What's up, everybody? Welcome to Johnny I Pro Show. I have here no other than the legend himself, Carlito. Welcome to the studio.
What up, man? Thank you for having me.
Of course.
That.
Now, I gotta say in your own words, describe people that don't even know you. I'm sure they all do. If they don't, they live under a rock.
Yeah.
Who exactly is B-Kool and Carlito?
Well, B-Kool is the first name I went by back when I first, back in the 90s, right? I went by another name before that, MCB, when I originally started, right? But I'm one of the foundation artists from Toronto. When we're talking about foundation, we're talking about Maestro, Mishimi, Rumble, Jam on Strong, K-Force. I'm right there with all of them.
Legendary. Now, what got you into music?
Dude, I was always into music, but when I got into rap, that was in '79, walking to school one day, and I heard my friend play it off her balcony, right? And she goes to New York all the time, and she brought back Rapper's Delight, and she was playing it off her balcony, and I was like, wow. This is it for me, man. I gotta hear that. What's the song? I'm yelling to her, what's that song? And she's telling me she just brought it back, Rapper's Delight, right? And from then on, it was hip hop.
It took off. Now, you mentioned New York as well. Do you believe New York is a founder of hip hop?
New York, that's where it all started from. That is the foundation, right? Bronx. And everything comes after Bronx, man. New York is the foundation, for real.
Exactly. Now, who are your inspirations, or who did you look up to growing up?
Growing up, I listened to everything, right? So I listened to reggae, because I'm from a Jamaican background, right? I listened to R&B. My parents played R&B, and even country, right? But it goes back to Rapper's Delight, Curtis Blow. That was the foundation for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned as well your Jamaican background, but you were born and raised in Toronto.
Born in Jamaica.
Okay, but then you're raised in Toronto.
Raised in Toronto.
Yeah, let's talk about that, just the upbringing in Toronto, especially with the whole hip-hop culture.
Well, I didn't recognize anything was going on until Ron Nelson started, broadcasting over CKLM, right? So he had his functions, and I had to be there, concert hall, right? So we used to go to the concert hall every weekend when Ron had something there, and they would bring acts from Toronto, from New York over the battles. I was there for all of those. Mishimi battled people, Rumble battled people. There was the DJ battles. I saw Cupmaster DC battle DJ Cheese, Biz Markie, Big Daddy Kane, everybody. That was the Mecca right there.
And now you mentioned as well the concert hall as well and stuff. Now, as well, you're very known. I did a little research as well, because I'm obviously young, so I had to get a little. I already knew who B-Kool was just to get up to date with this as well. You're very known as well on Much Music. Obviously, is it with Mr. T or Mr. X, I believe?
Master T.
Master T, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. That's all over YouTube still.
Back in the 90s, it seemed like we were always there at Much Music. Every weekend, there was a function. Somebody was coming to town. Either we were doing Rhapsody, Extended Mix, or Electric Circus.
Yes.
Right? I was there for all of those. I performed on those. I got discovered doing Electric Circus, right? And I signed to Anthony Bond back in 89, 90.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was coming, he had a deal with Capital EMI, and he needed a rapper. But he wasn't doing regular hip hop. He was doing house and rap, they call it hip house, right? And he took a chance with me, and I signed with him, and we made that song, Dance to the Music, and eventually won a Juno, right? Which became the first Juno for rap. But I don't know, what's the word? The category it was in, I was rapping, but they didn't put it in the rap category.
Was it like house or something?
They put it in the dance category.
Oh, wow.
Right? So I won for the dance category, but I was rapping. But it was weird. But
still a win anyways.
Yeah, it was a win. That night was crazy.
Exactly. Now, what made you fall in love with hip-hop?
Dude, it just felt like that was me. When I heard it, the attitude, the style, the swag, the words rhyming. That it was just me, right? And I listened to everything, but hip hop was. I felt like, yo, this is my thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now, in 1985 as well, you began your rap career. You signed to Yvonne Berry's record label, Beat Factory. How did that all come about?
Okay. People don't know this, but L.A. Love is really responsible for me becoming anything. I used to go to his house while he would practice because he was the DJ for Barry Booth, right? And I used to go to his house while he was on the wheels and we'd practice, right? I'd grab the mic, we'd play around, whatever. And he told me that his brother, Rupert Gale, is going to be doing a production company with Ivan Berry. Rupert was a singer, and they had a band called, what's the name of the band now? Traffic Jam. Ivan was the manager, and they were starting a production company, and he asked me if I wanted to be a part of it. And they were signing rappers because, rap is coming up, right? And he actually took me serious enough to take me to a bunch of different studios to record. We went to Hamilton. We went all over the place to record, right? And I was just soaking it all up, man. It was me, Rumble, K-Force. This is before Mishi. So L.A. Love became my DJ. He was my DJ before anybody's DJ, right? And that's how Beat Factory became.
And now in '87, you left the Beat Factory and you started obviously the Get Loose crew and you called yourself B-Kool, which is a legendary moment.
Well, check it out. Mishi Me came along, right? All of the attention that all the other artists were getting was gone. Ivan was focusing on Mishi, and I'm like, yo, when am I gonna get my chance? Because he's focusing all this time on Mishi. I gotta find something else, right? So I just let me figure out something else because I don't know if I can stay in this pipeline for too long because I don't know. I was looking at my clock. I'm like, I'm on a time. I need to do things, and I didn't really care. I'm like, yo, Ivan, I'm gonna go here, and he said, cool. I felt bad because he put a lot of money and time into our studio times and this and that, but I felt like I needed to move on. And I went to Get Loose crew because I was going to Mark Arnault, which was before that overly in close to Flemington Park, Thorncliffe. And I knew everybody from Flemington Park by going to that school. And I didn't even live in Flemington Park, right? It was just a school that I chose to go to because I lived on the Danforth at the time. And I met the Get Loose crew. They asked me to be a part of it. Right?
Wow.
And I was like, you guys are already formed. I'm a last replacement. You guys, basically their album was done. The EP that they were doing was basically done. And I filled in on one song. And when we put that out, that was 87. And it was unknown to us. My partner, rhyme partner, MC Shadow, he had a deal with Electric Distribution, which they were distributing all over, right? It was an international distribution company. And they took our record and they put it out. And it became the first distributed EP of rap in Canada.
Do you feel like when you left, was it one of those things that you weren't feeling like you were getting the full attention like he was basically?
When I left
Beat Factory,
I knew I was the low man on the totem pole. There was a hierarchy, right? So I was the low man on the totem pole, and I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to get my shot. I see time slipping because I'm not getting the studio time that I used to get anymore, right? And it was all being taken up, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I got to move on to something else. And I didn't have any... I just had tunnel vision, man. I was like, I'm going to find my way somehow, some way,
Exactly. And you guys made history as well. It said the Get Loose crew, first Canadian rap act to finance, produce, secure distribution of hip-hop LPs to sell internationally.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
It was, yeah. Honestly, MC Shadow was instrumental in getting that done because I was a last-minute add-on to the group. right? He had already secured these things, and I was a part of it. Like, even S Blank was a part of it. He produced a lot of the tracks too, right? S Blank is one of these guys that go unheralded. He doesn't get the credit he deserves, man. He's so talented. But all of these guys, like Mixmaster Len, DJ Gel, were a part of the Get Loose crew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How hard was it back then, especially to get just to get yourself out there, just break through and stuff? Because the Canadian scene, it wasn't as big as the, let's say, American scene, right? I'm guessing.
But there was nothing. There was nothing there, right? There was you had to do it all on your own. You had to find the pressing plants. You had to find the studios. The studios were few and far between. And if you have found a studio, they did rock. So you had to find somebody that knew how to mix a hip hop record. It was. It was
harder than what it was.
It was a tough task.
Exactly. Now, 1990 as well, Simply Majestic featuring yourself, B-Kool, Dance to the Music, Work Your Body, now was nominated and won a Juno.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about that right there. You're one of the first Canadians to ever win a Juno.
Yes.
In the category of, is it like hip-hop, rap?
It was hip-hop. Well, it was dance, and they missed, thinged it on the categories. But, yeah, that was 1991. In Vancouver, which was interesting in itself. I met MC Hammer was huge at the time.
Wow. And
he was signed to my label, Capital EMI, and we were all in Vancouver, and it was a big deal, but when they said that I'm the winner, I didn't believe it, because the group that was also signed was they were real R&B, right? I didn't consider myself R&B. I'm rapping, but the groups MCJ and Cool G, in my mind, were gonna win, right? And we were label mates. And when they said that I'm the winner, faces turned
sour,
angry. Yeah, because they actually sung.
Yeah,
right.
And you won in their category.
I won in their category, and they were pissed.
So who won that year in hip hop?
They had just created the hip hop category.
Wow.
And that was Maestro, and I believe I was nominated in that category too, but it was all set up for Maestro was going to win that category. He was huge because he didn't win the year before. And the year before, they didn't have the rap category. They had the dance category.
Okay.
And he lost in that category. Wow. Right?
Do you get a plaque for that, or what do you get for that?
The Juno Award.
Wow, do you still have it?
Yeah. It's
okay.
it's like a huge pyramid. Yeah.
That's some legend. Is that I'm guessing in your music world itself, is that the biggest pinnacle you could win as an award as an artist?
It's the highest achievement in Canadian music.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
You can achieve.
That's legendary stuff.
Because I won, because my category was off air, right? And they had just created the rap category, so the rap category was going to be on air. My category came in, we start real early in the day, so I won at 4:00, right? And 4 hours later, Maestro won the rap category, right?
Okay.
But no rapper had won a Juno before, right? So I got that.
So you guys were all on a high that day, pretty much. So everything was good. Love it. Now let's talk about the process of you creating your first studio album, Melo Madness.
Yes.
Let's talk about that there.
That was created at Don Valley Sounds by Peter and Anthony Davis. And a few others like Blast, Stanley, S Blank, Ron Nelson produced on that also. 93, and that was a problem in itself. The guys who produced it, Peter and Anthony Davis, they produced Backbone Slide, right? So they were in big demand, right? And that was all independent, right? It wasn't no. After I left Simply Majestic, I decided to do that. And it came out really good. I got nominated for a Juno for my one of my singles, "Gotta Get Over." Wow. You know, I'm in '94. Yeah.
And then by the early 2000s as well, you adapted to the stage name Don Carlito.
Yeah. So years went by, And after 94, I was like, so disillusioned with there was no money being made or whatever, right? So I decided to step out, went back to work, take care of family and whatnot. I came back in 97 with my label mate, Frank Morel, right? He went by the name Technique, and we started doing demos. And in 99, 2000, we decided to put out one of our tracks that we did together. It was called Así Como Mi, and that was huge. Yeah.
Just like me, but in English, so the fans...
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. It was called Así Como Mi, and it got so much... Because we did what nobody was doing at that time. I don't even think Ricky Martin was doing... It was Spanish and hip-hop, right? So the chorus was in Spanish, and it had a Spanish beat. I had one of the best flamenco guitarists out of Canada play on it. His name was Pablo, right? And he plays with like the best of the best, right? And I asked him to do this song with me, and if he could do the guitars. And while he's in the studio, he did everything I asked him to do, right? And this guy's huge. So he's like, your face looks familiar. I go, yeah, yours too. He's like, where did you go to school? I went to school on the Danforth. He goes, so did I. We were in the same class.
Get out of here.
We were in the same class, right? Yeah. So he goes, yo, for you, nothing. I'm not charging you nothing, man. Just do whatever you need to do with it. And it became huge.
And that song got international attention everywhere.
All over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, it got huge for me.
And then you released a single as well, Fire, 2013.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Fire was something I wanted to try something different, right? It was kind of like a trap kind of beat, right? It was fast paced. I put that out. It was good, but I needed to follow it up with something else, and I take time out too often. I'm not that consistent, and that's one of my problems. I got to be more consistent, but life gets in the way, man. So things happen, right? And after a few more, 2016, I put out Reloaded, which was a banger, but it was I felt like I needed to do more of a hip hop sound because I never got I kind of got relegated to like not rap because of the music that I won for, because of the Spanish thing. So people, if you ask the rappers, they don't really consider me part of their group type thing.
You think they push you away from?
Yeah, because I had a conversation with Maestro about this, and he said, "Yo, it kind of hurts you, but it didn't." Right?
It still gave you the international attention.
I got my attention, but amongst the rappers in Toronto, they never considered me a part of them because I was more commercial, right? And I was doing basically what Drake is doing.
Everywhere, yeah, exactly. Every category.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah. I kind of got looked at differently from the other guys.
So it is somewhat, well, the use is thrown out a lot, but like beef, basically, like not beef, but like somewhat jealousy, basically.
I don't know. I wouldn't consider it jealousy, but
you don't fit in their.
It's kind of like, yo, he's not one of us. He's commercial. You know, he's dancey. You know, he's not real rap kind of thing, right? So I felt like I had to do Reloaded, and it was kind of like a boom bap beat.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that Reloaded in 2016. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. Reloaded was because I did most of my tracks back from 97 till like 2016. I was working consistently with Technique, right, which is Frank Morel. And he was in a group called Brothers from the Ghetto. We were all on Simply Majestic, signed to Simply Majestic, right? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Simply Majestic basically was, he got the record deal, he got the distribution, but he didn't rap, he didn't make beats, he didn't do anything. I don't know how the man got the record deal, but he got the record deal, right?
So he's behind the scenes type of thing.
Oh, he got, and yeah, he took off. Actually, while we were on our promo tour for the Simple Majestic album, we discovered in Winnipeg that he was stealing our money, and he told us it was a promo tour. We were getting paid at the time, so we caught him in the midst of a interview at the time that we had a press, right?
Yeah,
and we were doing like like the newspaper, like let's say, you know, Winnipeg Sun or something like that, right? In the midst of the interview, it was discovered that he was stealing our money.
Wait, so did the interviewer tell you that, or that just...
It came out in the interview. I don't know how it came out or whatever. It was a long time ago, man, but we discovered that he was stealing our money, and the rep from EMI confronted him, and he admitted to it, and they sent him back home, and I've never seen him since then.
What? Was he in that? Was he in that room with you?
Oh yeah, we were all in the interview. We were all in the interview.
Okay, I got to ask you a question though. When the interview was done, what were the vibes there when it was done? He just got up and left?
He left. He got up. He walked out of the interview.
So it's like, I'm guilty. So even to want to even...
He didn't care, right? Wow. Yeah. So we finished the rest of the tour, and he had taken the money that he got up front, and I guess they decided to give us the rest. But it was a lot of unscrupulous crap going on.
A lot of cardio. Wow.
Yeah, Simply Majestic.
Your song now, Reloaded, was that not a shot, but was that towards everybody else before that was basically trying to push you out of the category? Was that like your comeback to be like, was that what the song was called, like Reloaded, like a comeback basically? Not a comeback, but like as in like I'm still hip hop?
Reloaded was like I wanted to do another like a push, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm back type thing, right? And that was to kick it off, right?
Wow.
And in a way, it's taken a lot of years, but yeah, it's part of the album that I'm working on right now.
Yeah, let's talk about that now. The 40th anniversary of the Last Crusade.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
40 years.
It's
congrats.
been 40
That's
years
huge.
since I've been putting
Wow.
out music, right? Wow. And I just felt like I had so much stuff that I didn't put out. It was just sitting on hard drives, right? And I'm like, you know what? I should do something with this stuff. You know, I'm getting older, whatever. Like, you know, let me put this out, see what happens, whatever, right? So I titled it The Last Crusade, and it's coming out in 2026.
Will that be not saying, but this will that be your last album? You think? 'Cause as in the Last Crusade. Why'd you name it the Last Crusade?
Well, if you think of the Crusades, right? The Crusades were like they were bringing the truth, as they would say, right? They're bringing, you know, the new thing, right? So this is my offering, you know. I'm kind of bringing the truth.
So we might see a 50th anniversary as well.
Maybe. You never know, man. You never know.
I love it. Now, as an advocate for like the Toronto hip hop and culture and history, because we all appreciate you, especially your shirt right there is a huge monument as well, right there too. Let's talk about that there. What is that? The 50th?
Is the 50th. These are the foundation and also the future of Toronto hip hop. Like it spans from the foundation till the artists of right now, right? And everybody came out to the photo shoot, and we took the picture, and
which is at the museum as well, the art gallery.
Yes. This was at the AGO. Yeah.
Can people actually purchase that, or that's a one-of-one?
This is one of one. This is my my photo. My I took the liberty of making this one for myself.
I love it. Now, the current landscape, I was going to get into that, of the Canadian scene, like, let's just say even Toronto rap right now. You have a lot of, like, young artists as well. Like, obviously, not even, I don't consider him because he's going to be, like, one of the greats. Well, we have the Drakes. We have the young guys as well. Like, you know, they came out with a new album recently that's actually gone pretty good on iTunes. I'm sure you heard of Pressa as well. There's, like, a lot of young guys that are, like, whatever it may be. Like, are you a fan of the new rap scene or hip-hop?
To be totally truthful, like I don't pay a lot of attention to the new stuff because I don't really follow that style of rap, right? There's a few that I do follow, like Ason Eastwood, like he's dope, right? But guys like that are in my wheelhouse.
So no disrespect to the names I said, obviously, but you like real hip hop. Like, you know, there's Ace on Eastwood. Yeah. There's so many. There's especially, like, I was also a part of, like, Supreme Jeans as well. There's so many real hip-hop shows as well. Like, I went to as well, it was a Supreme Jeans presents a Basement 254. Lord Fury as well. Shout out to Lord Fury. He did, like, a whole showcase with, like, real, like, hip-hop, like, artists was there. Like, from Snacks to, like, so many people off the top. It was actually good. Like, Fuego Gods were there. Yeah. And it was, like, really good. Ace on Eastwood as well. Yeah. And there's one guy as well. I forgot his name. It comes to, I forgot his name. He's with Ace on Eastwood as well. well. They did so many albums back then as well. Anyways, but like him as well. Like it was just the culture. Like
I mean,
it seems like the real hip hop.
Talented artists right now, right? They're dope, but you got to find them, right? You got to know what you're looking for. And I'm at the age where I'm busy with work. I don't have too much time to like search out. If it's not in my ear already, then I really don't even know who's. But I know Ason, and he's one of the dope ones.
Yeah, he's really good as well.
Yeah,
and I gotta say as well. You say like nowadays there's a lot of social media. Back then, in your days, there wasn't that much social media and stuff as well. Now, do you follow with the social media? Like, do you think it really helps with music artists nowadays to pump up their music?
Oh. It's everything, right? I wish I had social media back in the day. I mean, I'd be talking.
It's like free radio,
free things right now, right? Yeah. Back in social media is everything. You can promote yourself, do whatever you want. Go viral. Get everything you need from in your couch.
Exactly.
Right? Back then, you had to go out and get to a radio station, find an outlet, try to find somebody who would do an article on you in a newspaper or
and some flyers out.
Flyers, you know what I mean? So it's a totally it's a change, man.
Exactly. Now, a question now towards yourself as well. If you go back in time now, is there anything that you'd change in your music career?
To be honest, no, because it all led to me being here right now, right?
Yep.
I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I went through some bad stuff with Simply Majestic, but Simply Majestic actually got me the Juno, right?
Yeah.
He ripped me off, but I also benefited with the Juno,
the pros and the cons.
Yeah. So I wouldn't change really anything, man.
Exactly. What would you tell now your younger self, like a 20-year-old right now, 20-year-old self? What would you tell him?
Just get a lawyer. Make sure you check over everything. Don't be so naive and trusting. Because back then we were all discovering and learning on our own. Nobody had anything at the time, right? So we were learning from each other. You know what I mean? It's not like today where you have the internet, you could search and this and find out. We didn't know what we were doing. We just willy-nilly did things, you know what I mean?
So especially the stuff that you probably did back then, imagine now, especially the money that you probably make nowadays. That's different. Nowadays I'm pretty sure everything has changed, obviously, but there's so much things that you get paid. Obviously, there's YouTube off ads or even TikTok. I'm sure you get there's so much stuff you get paid off nowadays, which is crazy to think of. I was having this other conversation the other day. It's saying this, no disrespect. You could go to school now for let's say 4-year course, whatever it may be, and say engineer. But the crazy thing is now you could get a kid that's no education, could drop out of high school, go on TikTok, be viral for 1 or 2 videos, and make perhaps more money what that engineer guy's going to probably make in 5 years.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think of.
Yeah.
But it's the generation you live at now that's controlled by this.
Yes.
And it's
and you got to know how to work it.
Yeah.
And how to maneuver. Right?
Exactly, which is just crazy to think of.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm kind of like a dinosaur when it comes to this stuff, right? I have my boy Maloney who's helping me out on this album, who's really, showing me how to maneuver and go viral and,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a test, but I'm sure by little piece by piece, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now, is there a message now to the youth that look up to you even from way back then or just look at you now and be like, I want to do what B-Kool or Carlito was doing? They want to follow your steps. Is there any message to them?
Basically, be passionate, trust yourself, and just go full steam ahead. Don't cut corners. And if you love it, you're going to study it and perfect it. That's it.
Couldn't have said it better. Now, how important is legacy to you? Because you got a legacy. This is your 40th album coming up right now, 40th anniversary, sorry.
Anniversary, yes.
That legacy is huge to you. How important is legacy to you?
It is. It's very important. That's why I titled that The Last Crusade, right? Because I want to leave something, right? I've been around for so long, but I don't have a lot of music out there, right? And I have a lot of music on a hard drive that's just sitting there. So I want to leave something so that people could, remember me by. Somehow, if they discover this song online or whatever, right? They could hear Carlito or, they could lead them to something else, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Now, as we're running down here, is I like all this as we wind down the show is the fan questions. The fans, if they ever met you, they'd probably like to ask this, and they just intriguing for them. If there could be a dream collab now, anybody from the past and present, let's pick somebody from the past and present. Who would it be?
The past. My favorite MC back in the day was like Rakim, right?
Wow.
That was my favorite MC. But there's so many others, man. Like, you know.
We said some young names before this. I mean, as we started this, you said the Asons. There's so many.
Ason. I'd love to do something with Ason. Yeah, he's incredible.
He's good for sure.
Maloney's on there. So Rakim and probably Ason.
Ason, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. He also has a new album as well with Lord Juco. That's another name as well. This Lord Juco. It's like taking the airways off, like Toronto scene, right? Like I wasn't really familiarized with like the Toronto scene as well. Obviously, I got like together with Fury, this and that, the whole Supreme Jeans, like the catalog and the people that he brings to his concerts, like. Yeah. Mental, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
If you ever come out to one of those, you should come out for sure. It's like
I should.
It's a spectacle.
Yeah.
If you want to see like real hip hop or real like just MCs, that's where it's at for sure. 100%.
Yeah, man.
I can say this now. What has music taught you after so many years doing this and your 40th anniversary album coming up? What has music taught you?
It's taught me to like, you know, appreciate life, you know, and I don't really reminisce a lot, right? But over the years, I'm listening to more of when I'm driving. I don't listen to hip hop. I don't listen to any of that. I listen. Do you know what I listen to? Yacht rock.
What?
Right? That takes me back to my youth.
What exactly is yacht rock? Teach me the youth. I want.
It's soft rock.
Oh, soft rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what? Fleetwood Mac type of thing.
Fleetwood Mac, all that.
Okay.
So that's what I listen to. And that brings me back to when I was a kid, right? And it just brings back nostalgia and memories, right? And that's how I like to like chill out and listen what I listen to when I'm driving.
What artists now? Is there any new current artist that just you like or that you rock with? Is there any new artist
at the moment?
Like besides rap, let's go like outside of this. Like, is there anybody else? Like you said, country. Perhaps like Post Malone. He's doing a lot of country now.
Yeah.
Is there somebody out of the box? Like you're like
at the moment? No, I don't. I'm not even.
At least you're keeping it real.
I'm not even thinking about that right now.
So your main focus is basically the album.
Yeah.
And can the fans get a little sneak peek, or I mean, as in like, what artists is there going to be features on the album? Can you let us know? Like,
I've got so many features on this album.
Is there any that we can know, or it's a secret right now? It's your call.
No. I got Lord Fury.
Wow.
I got Maloney. I got Adam Bomb. I got Keisha Fresh. I got Chip Fu. I got Thrust. I got Frankenstein. I got David Strickland. I got Jesse James. Yeah, so it's probably people I'm not even remembering right now.
Now, I want to know this now. I love hearing this. Give me your Mount Rushmore of hip-hop artists from Canada.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah. Well, it's American, but it's like, just give me your GOATs, like your top 4 in Canadian. Then we'll go
from Canada.
Why not? Let's do it Canadian, yeah. See, that's a hard one. That's gonna be a hard one.
Yo,
I could just go of all
tough.
time. You could pick you could pick like rock. You could do whatever you want, but let's go Canadian to make it a little harder for yourself.
Celine Dion.
Wow.
Right. There's so many, man. Like it doesn't have to be hip hop.
If you want to go hip hop, you can. But if it's more easier, then don't forget whatever is easier for you. This is Carlito's Mount Rushmore.
I forget the names, man. There's.
Yeah, Canadian's a little harder.
Canadians are harder.
Yeah, it's harder. What if you want to go now of all time? Let's go just straight of all time. You could go from like the Beatles to Michael Jackson, just all time.
Well, for sure, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Can't you hear?
I'm drawing a blank, bro. Bob Marley.
Wow. Okay. Yes.
Bob Marley.
Would you consider this? I mean, this is biased because I'm like it's from a younger head here. Would you consider Drake as one of the GOATs for the accolades and the stuff that he's been doing for the last 20-some years? Would you consider him a modern day GOAT?
Well, with the numbers, yes, he is a GOAT.
Exactly.
No matter what you say, he's got the numbers to prove it, right? Yeah.
Now, who's the greatest artist of all time or group? How can only be one? Who's the greatest of all time?
That is crazy.
That's what we do here.
I can't even think. Man.
Yeah, no, it's
that's insane. Man. Like,
I love it.
Of all time.
Yeah, it makes you think. It makes your brain think like,
You're
oh.
going by numbers, right? But I like Motown too, right?
But the crazy thing is this now.
Marvin Gaye is like...
Yeah, but the thing is, remember, there's no social media back then. So imagine if there was social media for these guys, like the Elvis Presleys, the Michael Jacksons, the Princes. Yeah. Just imagine if there was social media, how people are breaking records now on so-called like Apple Music, Spotify. Imagine if there actually was. Because back then, was it just albums sold, like units?
Yeah.
Whatever. So imagine if it was like nowadays with like the internet.
Yeah.
Just imagine how crazy Michael Jackson would have been.
Yeah, like... Numbers... it's not even fair. Like the way they do streaming and the way they do the sales, it's actually in your hand.
Yeah.
The numbers, the money doesn't even equate to what, I don't know how they do it nowadays, but it doesn't make any sense, and people are getting ripped off.
Yeah, especially.
We have no choice. I have to go with that, right?
Yeah.
Nobody's buying CDs anymore. Right?
A lot of new artists are all getting exploited for actually buying like listeners. You can actually buy like listeners and stuff. I overheard like 6ix9ine, such like young like rap stuff. Like 6ix9ine's been saying it, like and they actually exposed it as well. Like Young Thug was exposing like Gunna and stuff. They like people actually buy like actual listeners. Like I guess to like whatever. It just shows their status basically. Yeah. Which is crazy to think, but that's what artists do nowadays.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be putting out some vinyl with this one too. Limited run, so.
Wow. Amazing. Now, what is the first vinyl that you ever bought?
Actually, back in the day, in like, just like 84, around 84, I started, my buddy, his brother, had a sound system. They were called Symbolic Hi-Fi, and we were buying records to bring to his DJ set, right? And we used to buy records. My first one I think I bought was like UTFO, right? Roxanne, right? And a bunch of Fat Boys. Those are my first records that I ever bought. And I remember going down to Street Sound on Yonge Street.
Was it Sam the Record Man? Was that what it's called?
Sam was down more, but I don't know if you remember Street Sound.
No. Wow.
Yeah, they were there. Yeah.
Now, can you recall yourself? You go back in time. Can you actually recall your first ever concert? Like whereabouts? Where was your first actual concert that you performed?
The first concert that I performed or went to?
No, that you performed.
The first one, that was Concert Hall. Yeah, it was
ever at Concert Hall.
Concert Hall.
Wow.
Yeah, it was Monster Jam with Ron Nelson.
Was that like just like a fest type of thing, like a bunch of artists?
Yeah, he would bring artists from the States.
Who was on that card?
I can't remember, dude. I was looking for flyers. Wow. My buddy keeps all the flyers, and I was looking for flyers. Howard Hughes keeps all the flyers, right, for Chic Dynasty, and I performed. He was DJing that night, and it was when I was with Beat Factory.
Whoa, way back. Oh.
Yeah. So we performed at a Monster Jam there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you just said before that what was your first ever concert that just made you love this?
I can't remember. My first ever concert for a rap concert, Schoolie D. Schoolie D came, right? And I forget I think it was Party Center.
Like the Party Center, like Party Center.
It was a club called the Party Center.
I'm thinking Party Center, like balloons and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was one of my first concerts that I went to. Yeah,
amazing. Now I gotta say, I can't thank you more than enough. You acknowledged me on hip hop and way back. And I gotta say now, the question's this: when it's all said and done, what do you want the fans to remember B-Kool as, or Carlito? Whatever it may be. What is the last thing that you want to remember as?
Ah, man, just a guy who made good music. He tried different things, different sounds, right? And he was good. He was dope. He had a little flavor to him. He could spit. He wasn't the best rapper, but he did his thing.
Exactly. You know, I want to also give you your flowers as well, because not that many people give people flowers nowadays and respect for what you've been doing for about, what, 40 some years, just about, is crazy. And we're looking forward to your 40th anniversary as well, the album coming out.
Thank you so much, man. Yo, it's a work in progress and some passion for me. I mean, like, I dream about this thing, and I can't wait to give it to you and let the world hear it, man.
Exactly. Now, last message to your fans before you sign out.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Carlito. Look out for my new album, 2026. I can't tell you the date, but it's coming, and it's going to be hot. I got some heat. Trust me.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute honor.
Thank you,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you. And we're out.